How y'all doing today? Friends, family, Facebook, YouTube. It's Ivan coming at you again with another lesson. And today's lesson is entitled Mark of the Beast. Mark of the Beast. Now, I just got out of prayer and I asked the Most High that He bless this lesson today. Alright? The Mark of the Beast. But before we begin, let's get our precepts out of the way. Alright? We're going to begin in Isaiah chapter 28. Isaiah chapter 28, verses 9 through 11. Whom shall He teach knowledge? And whom shall He make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk, and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. For with stammering lips and another tongue will He speak to this people. Alright, now today we're going to be coming out of the sealed portion. Let me show you the book. We're going to be coming out of the sealed portion today. Alright, and we're going to be in chapter 71. Alright, and we're going to precept the sealed portion with the Bible. Okay, the first stick and the second stick. Alright, now what we're going to find out today, the mark of the beast, which will be your right hand and also your forehead. Okay, now when we was in elementary school and we had to stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance, we would always put our right hand over our heart. And in the military, we would use our right hand to salute. Alright? Keep that in mind with this message today. Okay? Now we're going to start in the header in chapter 71. Chapter 71. The fall of the Roman government, which is the beast in John's day, is touched upon, and the meaning of the beast in John's revelation is explained. The United States is the great beast of the last days. Alright? Now we're going to start in verse 1 and 2. There's a lot of verses in this chapter, and then we're going to skip down to verse 36, I believe, to verse 55 or so. Alright? Let's start in verse number 1. Verse number 1. But now it must needs be that I return once again to the time period of the Romans, of which John had written, and whose history I have seen in the words of the brother of Jared. And it is this thing, that this expedient that I explain unto you regarding the beast, who had the wound by the sword and did live. Okay, now verse 1, we're going to precept that with Revelations chapter 13. Chapter 13, verses 3 through 7. Revelations chapter 3. Salakia. Revelations chapter 13, verses 3 through 7. And I saw one of the heads as it was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast, and they worshipped the dragon which had power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth and blasphemed, Salakia. And he opened his mouth and blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints. To make who? War with the saints, and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names were not written in the book of the life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Remember, the saints are the children of Israel. Let's get that in Psalms 148, verse 14. Starting at verse 14, okay? He also exalteth the horn of this people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Okay? Let's go back to Revelations chapter 13 and verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints. Satan is going to make war with the children of Israel, who are the saints. Alright? Now, let's get back to chapter 71 and verse number 2. For the beast to which John referred is the Roman government, and the principles upon which this government is established. For the Romans are an exceedingly proud and prosperous people, according to the things of the world, which are the blessings of Satan, the god of the world. Satan is the god of the world. Alright? Now that was verses 1 and 2. And we're going to skip a couple of verses, and we're going to get into the meat of chapter 71. And we're going to read verses 39 through 53. And we're going to get the understanding, like I said, of the right hand and the forehead. Starting at verse number 39. And this great nation of the last days shall be like unto the Roman Empire in the day of its gander. And for a time the world shall behold this great latter-day nation with great wonder, and the world shall hold it above all other nations of the earth, as the standard that it hath set upon all others. Salakia. And the people of this nation shall be like unto the Romans, who thought of their nation as the greatest nation upon the face of the earth, and their Caesar as the most powerful leader upon the earth. And like the Romans, Salakia, and like unto the Romans, Salakia again, and like unto the Romans, it shall have the power of its armies and its navies to destroy any nation that come up to battle against it. And it shall go to battle with all the nations of the earth, even against those that rise up a standard which is contrary to the standard that they have set for the world. And the standard that they shall set shall be a standard of material pleasures and easiness of living, and a promise to the world, Salakia, and a promise to the whole world, that all can be rich and powerful, like unto it, if the people will fall down and worship the beast whom it worshipeth. Verse 43, this is where it starts to get very interesting, okay? And the people of this nation, like unto the Romans, shall believe that their nation is a nation united under God. That their nation is a nation united under God, and that it cannot be divided or conquered because of its great armies and navies. Okay? Remember, one nation under God. One nation under God. Alright? Let's go to verse 27. I got that written here at verse 43. Yet even so, their manner of government and principles of the republic for which they stood are an abomination before God. Now what we're talking about right now is the Pledge of Allegiance. Remember at the beginning, I told you to remember, placing your hand upon your heart and also on your forehead, okay? The Pledge of Allegiance. When we were in school, first grade, second grade, third grade, we all had to stand up in front of a flag and pledge the allegiance, all right? Now while we were doing that, we were pledging an allegiance to Satan. We were worshiping Satan and we didn't know it, okay? He started on us when we were young, when we were children, okay? Bear with me, my mouth is getting dry right now. Verse number 44. And it shall deceive the people into believing that it authors liberty and justice for all. Now, even these words which I have written shall be the pledge of allegiance. Shall be what? The pledge of allegiance to this nation, that those who worship this nation shall say with their own mouths. And with this pledge they deceive themselves, and know not that they are pledging their allegiance to Satan. Remember, when you pledge your allegiance, you're pledging it to Satan, okay? And this they do because they have his mark on their right hands. And this they do because they have their mark on their right hands, okay? And in their foreheads. In the military, we salute, okay? And have denied the true words of Christ, and follow after a God and a Christ that have been given unto them by Satan. For he is the great deceiver, and the beast, and the false prophet, who shall issue forth the flattery of his words unto the people, even those words that the people shall accept. All right? Now let me start over at verse 45 again. And read this without stopping, okay? But like I said, your right hand and on your forehead, okay? Pledge of allegiance. Start over again. And with this pledge, they deceive themselves, and know not that they are pledging their allegiance to Satan. And this they do because they have his mark on their right hands and in their foreheads, and have denied the true words of Christ, and follow after a God and a Christ that have been given unto them by Satan. For he is the great deceiver, and the beast, and the false prophet, who shall issue forth the flattery of his words unto the people, even those words that the people will accept. And I have seen the flag, which this great nation shall rise, and its land to show unto the earth the works which it have done. And the people shall worship this flag as a representation of the standard that they have accepted for themselves. Okay? Remember, let me repeat verse 27. Okay? Let me flip back real quick. Yet, even so, their manner of government and principles of the republic for which they stand, the republic for which they stand, were an abomination before God. So when you pledge allegiance, it's an abomination before the Most High, a higher, okay? Starting at verse 47 again. And the flag shall be white, symbolizing the righteousness that is claimed of this nation. And this righteousness shall be stained with the blood of the righteous, whom it persecuteth, and also of its own sons, who have ignorantly fought that this standard might prevail over all other standards of the earth. And this blood shall be symbolized on their flag as red stripes that lay over the background of righteousness that it proclaimeth. And in the corner thereof there shall be stars. There shall be stars which represent the people, even according to the words of John, which he wrote, saying, And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And these stars shall be of the white background, or of the righteous that they have proclaimed in, and of themselves, Salakia. But they shall be found in the field of darkness, which symbolizeth the great deception and ignorance of the people who honor the pledge of allegiance to this flag. All the people being in darkness and captivity by the chains of Satan. And these things are in the exact likeness of those things which existed during the greatness of the Roman Empire. And now, my beloved brothers and sisters, can ye see now how much power and control over the minds and hearts of the children of men that Satan hath? Do ye not see how ye have been deceived by him? We, ladies and gentlemen, we have been deceived by Satan, Okay? Let's go to Revelation chapter 12, verses 9. Revelation chapter 12, verses 9. We're going to precept that, okay? And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Remember, Satan deceived the whole world, okay? He's got everybody in America and across the world pledging allegiance to him, okay? The mark of the beast, okay? Remember, your right hand and on your forehead is the mark of the beast, okay? Our last verse. And there will be those who wonder how these great nations which I have mentioned can be so prosperous, but yet so wicked. So wicked. So wicked. Alright? Remember my last video. The title of that video was Satan is their God. Satan chose a people. He chose the Roman Empire to do his dirty work, to do all his wars, all his murder and killing. Okay? America has the most wars out of all the nations in the world because America was killing innocent people. They were killing innocent people and shedding innocent blood. Alright? America was, they go to war to get things, to be rich. You know, whether they're going to war for gold or oil or whatever. The devil rewards America with riches as long as they kill and murder in his name. Alright? Now, I want to go to page 494 and I want to read verses 22 through 23. Okay? And these are not the only ones who shall suffer at the hands of the rich, but there shall be many poor who shall suffer in their poverty in the other nations of the European Empire. And these shall be desirous to come into this land and partake of the freedom that shall be promised to them. But they shall sign over their lives to the rich, and subject themselves to indenturement, which shall endure for many of the great years of their lives. And these who are thus indentured shall also be bought and sold as the property of the rich, who shall justify their abuse and wickedness by declaring that they are the more righteous lot of the creations of God, because of their knowledge and their seemingly endless blessing from God. And thus it shall be, because Satan is their God. Okay? I'm going to close the book here. Now I'm done with this book. Now it's been a while since I pledged allegiance. Okay? I haven't done that since high school. Matter of fact, I forgot how to. I forgot. You know, I had to go on the internet to get the Pledge of Allegiance because I forgot it. You know what I mean? Now, I don't want to say the whole damn thing. Forgive me for my French, but when you pledge of allegiance, like I said, you're pledging to the devil. Okay? Now, I'm going to begin this. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God. Remember, the God of this world is the devil. So you're pledging to the devil, okay? Invisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now remember, when we made that pledge, we were standing up in school with our hands over our heart, your right hand. And you military, when you salute, you're touching your forehead with your right hand. This is the mark of the beast. All right? The mark of the beast. coming out of the sealed portion. The sealed portion. The mark of the beast. If you got that American flag, burn it. Get rid of it. Remember, Satan has a people. He chose a people unto himself. The European Empire. The European Empire. Satan is the God of this world. This world. Repent. Jews and Gentiles, repent. Repent of the sins of your forefathers. Get baptized. Keep the commandments. Repent. Repent. It's 12 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's asleep. And I just wanted to do a quick message today, you know. But stay tuned. I got something special for the Sabbath day. I can't wait. I can't wait. Alright, but like I said, this was something today I wanted to do before the Sabbath day. Just to keep the videos going. Alright? Y'all take care, stay blessed, and I love y'all. Jews and Gentiles. Alright?